Hey guys, Lytane here, and as you can see, now that I've got that blue ring on, ooh, Link looks fabulous in his light blue tunic, doesn't he? So let's go to the actual first dungeon of this game. I looked it up as well. It's called the Eagle. All the dungeons are named after what they sort of vaguely look like. So let's go. We want to go down. Whoops. I'll always hit the wrong button. It's gonna cost me my life one day, you watch. So if you go down here, pretty much on the other side of that lake is where we want to be. We can't go past there. Gotta go across this bridge. Already you can get a feel of thingy. One thing I never got with regards to the map in the top corner was why even have it? Like, it doesn't really help. Like, that little square and a big square does not help tell me where anything is or what I'm doing, where I am. Oh, damn it. I got hit. Oh, okay, but because I've got half damage, he dealt no damage to me. Haha. So we're gonna go up here, across here. Pretty sure this is the way. Yeah, it is. Oh, damn it. Die, die, damn it. So, I'll show you as well if you didn't want to do all this extra stuff. Sucker. If you go all the way down, I believe, is it this screen? No, maybe it's one more down. Yeah. So this was the starting screen as well. This is where we got our sword, because, you know, that's how we do's it. So if we go right a screen and then just straight up 4 screens, we will reach the same place that I was just at. There you go. Up another one, and here is a bridge, which leads to the very first dungeon of this game. Level 1, the Eagle. There's a single Octorok that was living in that tree. So let's go in, shall we? I quite enjoy the dungeon theme in this. It's pretty cool. It's very mysterious, and it's also very chilling at the same time. Now, as you can see, in dungeons there is a few different things. It's basically one big puzzle filled with enemies that you have to figure out. In each dungeon there are a few key items, like a dungeon map, a dungeon compass, a dungeon item, and a boss. And as well as small keys that you use to open up these locked doors. Now here's a cheat that it's a very well-known cheat, that if you leave the first dungeon without going anywhere, and then you go back in, somebody else opened that door for us. Yay! So you get to save on a key. One really cool thing is that you can bring keys from one dungeon to another. So there we go. Speaking of keys, these bats are called keys. Why? No one knows. I think it's a dumb idea that they were called keys and not bats. Miyamoto's just trying to be cool, I guess. So we want to go left to explore that one first, then we want to go right to explore this place, to kill some skeletons. Now shit's getting real. Yeah, dropped a key. So one of those skeletons is always holding onto a key. I never know which one it is, so it's just good to kill them all. So now we want to go back into here and take that room, which you could have used a key for, but we cheated. So now we still got 2 keys. So there's some more skeletons in here. There's nothing special in this room. I like to clear out enemies as I'm going, so they don't cause me too much pain later. But yeah, so let's go to the next room, if I can walk into the door. So there's a few more of these guys. One of them I think has a key as well. It's always handy to kill everything in a dungeon room. Yeah, they dropped the key. Because if you kill everything in the dungeon room, usually something drops. So let's go over this side one. So this is the compass, which is guarded by a lot of keys. Why can't I put these guys into a doorway? So this is the compass. So the compass's sole purpose is to show you where in the dungeon the final boss is. It's pretty useless. Later games made it a little bit more useful, and as you can see, it doesn't even show up on the map that we have. Nope. So it's just sort of on the vague map that we have in the top left. Alright, so now we want to go over this way and kill some more keys. This is a very straightforward dungeon. It's not too hard to figure out where to go. It is the first dungeon of the game. Well, it's supposed to be the first. We walked past one of the other dungeons. So we use one of our keys to open up this door. We can't cheat that door open. So we got some blobs, which are nice and easy to kill. As you can see, there's a secret type of door here, which has a crack in it. So it's a puzzle. If we push this block, we get the famous jingle, and we get to go inside. So Eastmost Peninsula is the secret. So Miyamoto threw some hints into this game, like the Eastmost Peninsula, so is the secret. So we went to the Eastmost Peninsula, and we went behind the dungeon to find a secret. So this is just telling you that that there's a secret out there, which is pretty cool. The usefulness of that is super cryptic, but at least it's there. So now let's go this way. We want to kill everybody in here. Whoops. That's alright, because of my blue tunic. So now this is the dungeon map. So now, as you can see, it looks like an eagle. You could also see that the boss is going to be on our right, and seeing as how this is a pretty linear dungeon, we will not be going to the right because we'll be going up. It's always good to explore. That guy had a key. So the light blue in this thing is water, I guess. I can't walk on it. So let's use that key that we just picked up to go in here. Got a couple more bad guys. These guys throw boomerangs and they take a couple of hits to kill, which can be a little hard, but not with the white sword. And now we get the very special secret room. Ooh, that was close. Which one moves? Not that one. No. It's probably going to be that one on this side. Yeah. Ta-da. So now we get a sort of top-down perspective of Link. So when he's on what looks to be the ground, he can't go up or down, and it looks like he's sort of walking across the ground, which is cool. So it's a good thing that we bought some arrows before, because now we got a bow. Hey. Unlike later entries in the series, the bow and arrow doesn't technically use arrows, it uses rupees. So every time you fire that arrow, you lose 1 rupee. So that's the only real purpose rupees have for later on in the game. Also, that a lot of the time, the only reason you get a dungeon item is to either get you to the next dungeon, or to kill the boss that's in the current dungeon. Alright, so I want to go back down into here. Gotta do a little bit of backtracking so I can get back into the correct place. I also noticed that the last episode when I was traveling around the overworld was a bit of a long episode, so I think I'll try and keep these ones a little bit shorter now. Don't hit me with your boomerang. Yeah, that's good. Yeah, I got a heart. Ooh, a feather. And another item. So because we killed those guys with the boomerangs, we now get the boomerang. The boomerang can hit things from further away, and it can stun enemies. It's fun to play keeps awaysies. So yay, so we got a new item. It can also kill some enemies like the keys, but that's pretty hard to do. Alright, so now we have a new type of enemy. I think it's called the Wall Master. Ugh, how many are there? Basically, if they grab you, you get pulled back to the start of the dungeon, which can be pretty annoying. Okay, here it is, the final boss. Ghidorah, I don't know. I should learn these bosses' names too. So, 3 hits with the white sword. For beating every boss, you get a heart container, just like in future Zelda games. And here is the lucky Triforce. There we go, we got the whole Triforce. Nah, as you remember from the intro, there's 8. So that's the end of that. Next time on The Legend of Zelda, we'll be going to the second dungeon in order to, yeah, maybe we'll do some exploring around thing. I don't know. We'll be heading towards the second dungeon and taking out the next bad guy in the series. One thing I'm going to mention now is the stupidest part about this game. This game was revolutionary when it came out in terms of scope and size, but it was also really, really stupid because it has a save feature that can only be used if you die. So I'm gonna go die now in order to save the game. And I'll see you guys next time. Bye.